This video goes over some unique features in the Chapter 3.1 Gradesheet Assignment that have not been covered in the book yet or have caused questions in the past. So I'm just trying to get ahead of the curve and answer those questions. Now, one thing in this assignment is you have two different sheet tabs. You can have as many sheets as you want. You can have a sheet for January, February, March, April, May, and they go over this in a later chapter. I just want to go over it here. So to change a sheet name, this is in the fourth bullet on page 1. Just double click on the sheet name and type in the new sheet name. And then hit enter. Another way to change the sheet name, so I'll change sheet 2, is click on the sheet tab, right click on the sheet tab, choose rename, and then type in the sheet name. And hit enter. So changing sheet names is very easy. In the 7th bullet, it says to go to cell 016 on the management class sheet and create a formula using the N16 value, which I already created here, so that the 016 value here is a 100-point grade like in row 2. So if this is 1, what do I have to multiply this by to be 100? If this is 0.82, what do I have to multiply this cell by to be 82? So I just created the formula, and I want you to create the formula. What does this formula have to be so this shows up as 1, this shows up as 81, this shows up as 72. In the 9th bullet, and this is the part that really confuses people, and if you have a better way to explain this, I would love to hear it and I'll give you extra credit. In cell B2, pick up the participation grade in column O that you just created. In Excel speak, this is called referencing a cell, and at the top, near the top of the homework, it says to go to a certain website to see how to reference a cell. I called it picking up a cell. Basically, what I want you to do is in this cell, I want you to pick up this value over here. I do not want you to retype the formula, because if you did that and anything down here changed and your formula changed here, this formula would be wrong. I do not want you to type the answer, because if anything here changed, then this would be wrong and this would be wrong. So basically, when I say pick up a formula, what I mean is click on the cell where the answer will be, type in equals to start the formula, and then click on the cell address that you want to pick up. Or in Excel speak, that would be the cell address I want to reference, and then hit enter. And then if I copy the formula down, so this is 100, this picks up the value 81.81, this picks up the value 72.72, so it's equals, and then the cell address that you want to pick up. This is very common in accounting. If you have a balance sheet, you don't want to retype values. You want to say pick up the value from the income statement. If you pick up the value from the profit and loss statement, you want it to pick up the original value, so that if anything changes in any of the other documents, everything flows through and everything else will change. On the 14th bullet, I want you to calculate the grade, and I'm going to walk you through this. So what the formula is going to be is participation grade in B times participation percentage plus quiz grade in I times quiz percentage plus report 1 in K times report 1 percentage plus report 2 in L times report 2 percentage. Do not type in any values, always use the cell address. That way if any value anywhere in the worksheet changes, all your ending values will adjust. So my formula starts with equals participation grade times participation percent plus quiz average times quiz percent plus report 1 times report 1% plus report 2 times report 2% and hit enter. And then you're going to need to edit the formula so that the values that shouldn't move, these values are absolute. Do not type in the R2, R3, R4 every single time. Adjust these formulas here. This is covered in chapter 2. In the 21st bullet, it says format row 1 as bold, center, and wrap text. So wrap text, when you have a really wide column with a lot of information in it, like this one, or this one, or this one, it would be easier if this showed up on 2 rows in the same cell instead of 1. I'm going to make row 1 wrap text, click on row 15, click on wrap text, and if it doesn't automatically resize to make it taller, then you get the horizontal line underneath the row number, and then you make the row taller or shorter. And there's row 1, wrap text is turned on, Once I resize column I, then it actually does the wrap text. I resize each column so it fits on 2 rows. In column B, participation grade, introduce your self-discussion. I'm going to resize it, and so it fits on 2 rows. What you want to be careful for is if you manually resize it, it will break wherever it feels like breaking. So instead of participation being 1 word, it becomes on 2 lines. If I make it even narrower, introduce breaks onto 2 lines. So make sure you resize it enough that each word on that row is an entire word. Manually change. On bullet number 23, it says to manually change column M to be half the original width. So to do that, just get to the vertical line to the right of M, and then just drag it. So this is just so it fits better on a page. You're going to make similar changes to the software class page, and that should hopefully be enough to get you through chapter 3.1 Gradesheet assignment. Thanks.